Okay, hello everybody, what's going on? This is Mohammed. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to solve for this indefinite integral. So we have here the integral of cosine 4x minus cosine 5x divided by 1 plus twice cosine 3x dx. So how can we solve for this integral? First of all, I will start by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by sine 3x, and let's see what happens. Okay, so this is going to be equal to sine 3x multiplied by the same exact numerator, which is basically a difference of two cosines, cosine 4x minus cosine 5x divided by sine 3x plus, now when we multiply the second term with sine 3x, it's going to become 2 sine 3x cosine 3x, which is basically can be rewritten as sine 6x. Okay, so let's write it right away. Okay, and then dx here. And then what I'm gonna do here, we can notice that we have a sum of two signs in the denominator, I'm sorry, and that can be re-expressed or rewritten as a product of a sine and a cosine. But of course, we need to multiply by 2 and then take half the sum and half the difference of the two angles respectively for the sine and the cosine. And also I will rewrite sine 3x in the numerator as twice sine cosine half the angles, and then cosine 4x minus cosine 5x, which is a difference of two cosines, can be rewritten also as a product of a sine of two sines actually, but again we need to remember to multiply by minus 2 and then take half the sum and then half the difference of the two angles respectively. So that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, so this is gonna be equal to, so sine 3x, I will rewrite that as twice sine 3x divided by 2 cosine 3x divided by 2. And for the difference of the two cosines in the numerator here, that is going to be equal to minus 2. So this 2 here would become minus 4. Okay, and then multiplication of two signs. Sine, I need to take half the sum first, which is 4x plus 5x divided by 2, and that is going to give us 9x divided by 2. Okay, multiplied by another sine, which is half the difference. Now 4x minus 5x is going to give us minus x divided by 2. So we can rewrite that as x by 2, and we can get the negative sign outside. So this is going to become positive. So we can basically get rid of the negative sign here. Okay, so that is with regard to the numerator. So and for the denominator, which is basically a sum of two signs that can be rewritten as a product of a sine and a cosine, but again we need to multiply by 2 and then sine the half the sum, which is basically 3x plus 6x 9x divided by 2, and then cosine half the difference, which is 3x minus 6x, that's minus 3x divided by 2, but because the cosine is an even function, so basically cosine minus 3x divided by 2 is equal to cosine 3x divided by 2, okay? And don't forget the dx here. Now, we can notice that we have similar terms in the numerator and the denominator, which basically will cancel out. So cosine 3x by 2 will cancel with cosine 3x by 2, and sine 9x by 2 would cancel with sine 9x by 2. So what we're going to be left out with is the integral of 4 divided by 2, that's going to give us 2, and then we're going to have a sine of 3x divided by 2, and then also multiplied by another sine of x divided by 2, and of course dx. Okay, so now we have a product of two signs, and we can basically benefit from the formula of a product of two signs. A product of two signs can be expressed as a difference of two cosines, but again we need to multiply by half and then take the difference first and then the sum of the angles again respectively. Okay, so this is going to be equal to the integral of half multiplied by 2, that's going to cancel out, so 2 will disappear. Now cosine, we need to take cosine the difference first, which is basically 3x divided by 2 minus x by 2, which is basically 3x minus x, 2x divided by 2, which is x, okay? And then minus cosine the sum, which is basically 3x plus x, 4x divided by 2, that is 2x. And let's put everything between two parentheses, and that is gonna give, and dx here. Okay, so let's make a little bit up, and this one a little bit up. Okay, so now, as we can see, by multiplying by sine 3x and dividing by sine 3x, and also benefiting from the formulas of the difference of two cosines and the sum of two sines, and also the twice angle formula, we have simplified the integral a lot. Okay, so the final formula here is very easy and straightforward. So what is the integration of cosine is basically sine x minus half sine twice x plus c, of course, and that is basically the final answer to this integral. So I will put that in a box and highlight it as usual in yellow, and that's it. If you guys like this video, please hit like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video.